Board of Review who's helping out property tax appeals. So the county has three main systems: the property tax system, which includes the Assessor's office, the Board of Review, the clerk, and the treasurer. So my job is to help you with each one of those offices if you have questions or problems. The second big system at the county is the public health system. So we have two large hospitals, Providence, Sturgis, and a network of 16 clinics to help with all of your physical, mental, and behavioral health issues. That's a really big part of our budget. It's about $4 billion of the $9 billion that we allocate annually. The third main system at the county includes our public safety system, which includes the sheriff's office and the court system. So if you have any questions or issues or concerns about any of those large systems, I hope that you would come to our office or the other county commissioner that's here tonight, Anthony Quezada, and ask us to help you, because that is our whole reason to be. The other two things that we do involve supporting the budget. So we have a mid-year budget review to make sure all those offices are on budget and on task. And the last thing that we do is legislate. So we propose legislation and then we vote on it. So that's kind of what our role is. We love our jobs. I'm so happy to see so many people out tonight who are taking the initiative to make sure that you know what your property taxes are about, that you are appealing them, and that you're not paying a penny more than you have to. I am very proud to say that for our part, there are, 900 taxing districts in Cook County, the very small parts of suburban Cook that have the library districts, the fire departments of all those little towns. But the county, for our operations, we have not raised our property tax levy in 27 years. That means that we are doing more work with the same amount of money, or that we have found other ways to raise revenue that do not involve property taxes. So I encourage you guys all to give us a call if you have any questions. I am so proud of the fact that Samantha is our board review person. She has been incredibly responsive. She's amazing with IT, and now we're so lucky to have her. So thank you for tonight.
Wow,
Samantha
she can turn the computer on.
And now I'm going to pass it over to Anthony Quezada, who is our newest board commissioner. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Degnan. Good evening, everyone. Buenas noches and dzień dobry. So my name is Anthony Quezada. I am the recently elected Cook County Commissioner of the 8th District, which is just south of Commissioner Degnan's district. My district represents the neighborhoods of Irving Park, portions of Irving Park, Logan Square, Avondale, Humboldt Park, Belmont Cragen, Dunning, Portage Park, and a couple other neighborhoods. As the Commissioner said, we have very important responsibilities as county legislators. But one of the most important things, of course, is always bringing the resources and services that our communities need to thrive to our people, to our neighbors, and to our communities. So one of the things that we are also working on is that there is a new property tax reform group that we have at the county, which we are looking at doing a study of all the varying property tax laws at the county level and at the state level, so that we can actually start to develop a suite of different proposals and reforms that are going to bring sustainability and transparency to our property tax code system, which quite frankly is really unstable. Prior to becoming a commissioner, I used to work in a public office for an alderman called Carlos Ramirez Rosa. Was there for 6.5 years, and in my time working at the alderman's office, I would have residents and senior citizens come in all the time being like, my property taxes went up a little bit, but I'm going to be able to pay it. I'll make some sacrifices, but I'll figure it out. Nowadays, we hear people who come in and say, I cannot pay my property taxes. There's nothing that I can do. I have no option. I have to sell my home. This is a travesty. There's no reason why poor, working class, middle class, or senior citizens or anybody should not be able to have a home. A home should be a guarantee. Housing should be a human right for both renters and homeowners alike. So we have a great responsibility as legislators to make sure that we're fighting for transparency, for sustainability, and predictability in our property tax code system. Because it's not fair when large corporations and large property owners get huge tax breaks while working class people, middle class people have to pay out, the wahoo and make incredible sacrifices just to get by and to stay in the community. So we are very focused, we're very committed, we're very dedicated to figuring these things out. I know it can be really frustrating, but that's why we have events like this, so that we can bring these services to you right now and we can try to help you while we work on the long-term strategic plan as well. So thank you very much. And thank you again to our commissioner, our board review commissioner, Samantha Steele. She is incredibly competent as a public servant, and she's really,
able to say
dedicated.
competent
She has a fantastic
correctly.
team. who are in the audience and who are in the back with the analysts, helping our residents out, helping our neighbors out. So please give her and her team a huge round of applause.
Thank you everyone for coming. So I am Samantha Steele. I am the Board Review Commissioner for District 2. There are 3 commissioners, so each have we have a third of the county, and you guys are lucky to be in District 2. I do have a background in property valuation. I've been in property assessments since 2007. I have a small company that helps county assessors across the Midwest, so I'm very experienced in the area of property valuation.
The fix is in.
The only thing the board review
Why does she run a business?
Settled appeals. We hear about 290,000 appeals a year, and almost all of my staff are here tonight. And so there's roughly about 40 staff members, and all we do is handling our appeals. I'm going to keep it short because you just want to hear the presentation. If you have not had a chance to meet with an analyst, we will stay here at the end, make sure your appeals are all filed this evening. Frank is going to come give the presentation, and we'll be available for questions at the end. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Steele and County Commissioners Degnan and Quezada. I know there's a long line, and I'm going to go over the process, how to appeal online if you don't want to wait in the line. I'm going to answer a lot of your questions.
You should
Thanks
don't
for
work.
spending your evening with us, and we're going to get to talk about
He has no idea that don't even
taxes.
work. You can tell us how the internet works.
So, what is the Cook County Board Review?
We don't care.
So we're a 3-member board. Commissioner Steele, she represents the northwest side of Chicago. And we are the final county level authority on property taxes.
Vote him out.
We are completely independent from the assessor. A lot of people that come to me and say, well, the assessor...
This is fucking crazy.
We could care less. The assessor does not tell us what to do. So the assessor, they have to assess almost 2 million parcels a year.
This is hilarious.
Right? That's a lot of property. And they use,
My God.
formulas, right? They use mass appraisal. And so there could be mistakes, right? So every time you do something 2 million times, there's probably mistakes. So we review, at the board review, we do it individually. If you appeal with us,
Okay, mind you,
look at your
there's hundreds of people waiting outside, and they could have brought him in to hear this, but they're too stupid to know they're even outside.
of your home, right? We can't change the tax rate. We can't tell the city of Chicago to, spend less money, but we can change your tax assessment, and that's our function. If you appeal with us, one of 2 things are going to happen. Your assessment will either stay the same or will go lower. As a policy, we will not raise your assessment.
Oh, geez, thank
The
you.
other day, someone came in the office and I was looking for an appeal. They had the best deal in their whole neighborhood, right? They were lower than everyone else. So we're not going to raise that appeal. We're probably not going to grant it. So there is no harm in talking about it. We're not going to raise your assessment. And again, your appeal is reviewed 3 separate times by 3 different analysts of the commissioners. And of course, it takes 2 out of 3 to make a decision. So 2 out of 3 commissioners must agree. And that's the board, and you can see Commissioner Steele is a member of the board. We're the government. We're free. It causes
Hey, Alderman Gardner, good to see you.
Hey, how are you? How you doing?
Hey, God bless.
Good. You too.
Good. This is pretty crazy.
A lawyer
He
is not required.
doesn't know that there's a lot of people outside, and they're going to want to see how you do this online appeal. But the online appeal doesn't work for Jefferson Ward, and they have the dates wrong on their website, and it doesn't allow you to process. And I think that's why so many people are here. I mean, everybody around me concurred on that. So he knows it now because he heard us. We told him about it. Anyways, good to see you.
We did some in the office yesterday.
I'm thinking waste your time, but anyways, God bless you.
Cool. God bless.
You want to stop by our physical office. But again, we encourage people to appeal their property taxes at cookcountyboardreview.com. Is that Alderman Gardner? Is that Alderman Gardner? Thanks for coming, sir. I just want to recognize Alderman Gardner for coming. He represents the 45th Ward. Is Copernicus Center in the 45th Ward? I'm pretty sure, yes. So this is the 45th Ward. Thank you so much, Alderman Gardner, for coming. So I got this question a lot too. So you get reassessed every 3 years in Cook County. And the city of Chicago is one entity, then the north suburbs and the south and west suburbs. So you were reassessed in 2021, but remember, you pay the taxes for,
It's called arrears.
previous year. So a lot of people don't
We know
realize
all
that
about it.
there's
So
no
this guy's
tax
name is Frank Calabrese.
So you're gonna get reassessed.
Frank Calabrese,
this year.
Director of Communications, Cook County Board of Review, 2nd District, Cook County Building, 118 North Clark Street, Room 601, Chicago, Illinois, 60602. This is frank.calabrese at cookcountyillinois.gov.
Statistically, you're most likely to get a reduction in taxes following a reassessment, but as of right at state law, you can appeal every year.
All right, we heard it all. So we're going to go in here and hopefully meet with one of these analysts. I guess the line is not that crazy, but here we go.
So it's